after night, chasing that high. Hands moving fast as they can't keep up. Chat lines scrolling, show no let up. Subs roll in dopamine rush. Paper dreams, pixelated lush. Twitch flame burning bright. Game death till the dead of night. Follows rolling like thunder. In the game we all wonder. Lines of code shaping worlds unseen. Pixels born from fever dreams. Tutrol-S keeps the heart alive. Every line makes the screen thrive. Eyes flicker in the low light. Reflections of a digital right. Bit by bit battle the bugs. Crash and burn. Coffee chug. Sharing crowds through the screen. Virtual applause lacks no sheen. Every follow fuels the plight, building worlds out of the night. Twitch flame burning bright. Game death till the dead of night. Follows rolling like thunder. In the game we all wonder. Twitch flame burning bright. Game death till the dead of night. Follows rolling like thunder. In the game we all wonder. Lines of code shaping worlds unseen. Pixels born from fever dreams. Control-S keeps the heart alive. Every line makes the screen thrive. Every line makes the screen thrive. Eyes flicker in the low light. Reflections of a digital right. Bit by bit battle the bugs. Crash and burn. Coffee chugs. Cheering crowds through the screen. Virtual applause lacks no sheen. Every follow fuels the plight. Building worlds out of the night. Twitch flame burning bright. Game death till the dead of night. Follows rolling like thunder. In the game we all wonder. Endless nights, eyes heavy, minds a shattered state. Chasing every deadline, feeling every weight. Coffee stains on paper, shadows on the wall. Every sacrifice a question, wondering if I'll fall. Pressure mounting higher, can't escape the grind. Lost in this obsession, peace I cannot find. Every step I take, another piece breaks free. Burnout's closing in, consuming me. I'm drowning in the darkness, can't find my way out. Every breath is heavier, filled with doubt. Longing for a moment, a place to breathe. Burnout's laments, I need to leave. Sweat drips on the keyboard, fingers numb and sore. Mind's a battlefield, fighting demons at the core. Every line I write feels like a battle won, but the war inside me rages on and on. In the silence of the night I hear my heart cry, seeking solace in the shadows, wondering why. Can't break these chains of endless toil and pain. Yearning for
Good morning.
feel whole again.
Hope everyone's doing alright this Saturday morning. Just waiting for the game to boot up here. And we'll dive right in.
Breaking through the shadows, tearing down the walls, rising from the ashes, answering the calls. We fight the burnout's grip, finding our release, seeking out the solace, chasing inner peace. I'm rising from the darkness, finding my way out. Every breath feels lighter, shedding doubt, embracing every moment, learning to believe. Burnouts lament, I found my reprieve. I faced the shadows and found the light.
There we go.
Faced the shadows and found the light.
All right. Yeah, hope everyone's had a good week. Kick off the weekend here.
The monitor's flashing red, my heart's on overload. Every crash feels like heartbreak, but I can't let go. Reaching for a quick fix, coding on a shaky thread. Errors piling up so high, I'm losing my head.
We're gonna work on
Chasing down this code,
some minigame stuff.
so it doesn't explode. Laughing through the drama, raging at the glitch. I'll piece it back together with my big sloppy fix.
Let's
I'm rewriting lines in panic. Duct tape
got music down there.
racing like it's heartbreak. Can't handle one crash more. Caffeine's fueling my meltdown, comedic rage in tow. I'll smash 1,000 keys until I've won the show.
We're gonna pull in our
My heartbreak can't hide my pride.
marble maze,
One more fix to survive.
just in case there's any stuff we want to borrow from that.
Down this code, patching it together so it doesn't explode. Laughing through the trauma, raging at the glitch. I'll piece it back together with my big sloppy fix. The build's running hot, I'm holding my breath. Every line's on trial, standing up to the test. Once the green check flashes, we'll be dancing in the night. Say goodbye to heartbreak, everything's alright. Hey, I'm on a bug hunt, chasing
This
down
is
the
this
code.
just a floor?
Patching it
Okay.
together so it doesn't explode. Laughing through the drama, raging at the glitch. I'll piece it back together with my big sloppy fix.
Let's see what other kinds of floors we have to work with.
I'm left to despair. We'll celebrate this patch, 'cause now it's live everywhere.
Well, floor is the same color as the ground there. Okay, I think for now, probably gonna work with this guy.
Every line I write feels like a gamble I can't afford. Echoes in my mind insist I'm faking every chord. I see the others shining, feel I'm stuck in the shade. My confidence is fragile, trapped under this masquerade. I question every move. It's a knot beneath my skin. Imposter words constrict me. Oh, where do I begin? But something stirs inside me. A spark that won't be quelled. I'm on the edge of breaking free. It's time to face myself.
Tearing down walls of insecurity tonight. The dust that used to hold me fading harsh, no light. I'm stronger than I realize. My skills no heating light. Standing tall, unstoppable. I'm learning how to fly.
Gonna just kind of set something up like this.
I gave my fears a
And we're gonna start with
shout inside my brain.
seeing if we can do some kind of like mini golf thing.
Bow to that refrain.
I know that was requested when we were doing the marble maze. That was a popular one.
My quiet soul roars louder when I know what's at stake.
Your hidden strength is waiting where you
I don't know.
leak. Trust in your foundation, believe the words you speak. You're closer to the truth than your mirrors claim to see. Let courage crack the surface, unlock your dignity.
I feel the chain reaction, my doubts start to fade.
You're
We
standing
used this ball for the marble maze.
masquerade. We smash these walls of fiction. Our confidence ignites, breaking free with all we have. This is our fight tonight.
Might even be. Can we just go to point 2?
the doubts that used to hold me fading, harsh new light.
Stronger than I
Let's change this to mini games.
learning how to fly.
Let's turn that down. Time of day.
Walking out with confidence, my voice no longer small.
I think we'll go maybe right around there.
Finally heard my call.
I just don't want it to be too bright. Hold on, we'll just keep it dark. It's fine for now. And the problems that we ran into over here a lot are always with physics. Alright, so this is collision, can trigger volumes. We have a constant downward force on it.
Can't recall what's underneath. A mirror of statistics. When did I lose belief? Caught in digital illusions. Longing for a real sign, but I'm buried under data. Ignoring my own spine. Wailing one more than numbers flashing on our screens. Craving all
Then we kind of just let gravity do its thing, right? This force was to help like force it down the holes. Kind of just let gravity do its thing for the most part.
reclaim our self-esteem.
Over here,
Stare into a crack
get rid of these guys for now.
Each light feels like oxygen, feeding me these lies. I pace through the night with hopes flicker in my chest, but deeper truth forgotten.
We want
Trending plays.
You're not just
all of this to be collision.
behind the glass.
This be collision and can trigger volumes.
Gone so very fast. If we let the world define us by a shallow scrolling song, we'll lose the spark inside us, the soul we're running from.
Before we get too far into this, we're just gonna get an actor out here that references this ball. On game start, we just push that out to wherever we need.
Unshackled from approval's trap, unearth authenticity. I see the stress in your eyes, the emptiness that glows.
Testing purposes, we're just gonna have this be spacebar.
Let your voice ring true, unchain yourself tonight. There's a life
On
beyond
spacebar, we're gonna apply this physics force, which is gonna be on the x-axis. We'll do like 0.2. not global direction.
You are more than stats. Hear your heartbeat. Let it guide you back.
And then we're going to come here. We're going to put our spawn point at spacebar. Okay, so it is. Hey Trench, what's going on? Happy Saturday. We are gonna start looking into some more mini games. Kind of get an idea of what we can do for the next challenge, what things are possible. I know mini golf, putt-putt golf, was a highly suggested one last time. So we're gonna just see how feasible it is. This was pretty weak, actually. Let's do that again. Alright, so I can do something like this. For that bowl. Is this ball ever gonna stop? Pushes me out of the way. I think we handled this before by just reducing the mass. Reducing or increasing? I guess let's play around with it. If I reduce the mass, the force is going to fling it farther. Right? With reduced mass, it's probably gonna fly farther too. We increase the mass. To the maximum value that we can. And that amount of force doesn't even move it. But what I really wanted to happen is just like when you play regular putt-putt, it's a shot and then it tapers off. Don't know if we can simulate that. How high can I go? 20? Let's go 20. Let's see, 20 barely even moves. In the depths of my despair, I find a spark, a glimmer of the strength that lies within the dark, breaking free from the chains of doubt and fear, embracing who I am, shedding every tear. Alright, so let's go back to just at like 500. Bring this force back down to like 5. Ribbit King, Golf with Frogs.
Break these walls of insecurity, embracing who we are, setting ourselves free. I don't belong here. Echoing screams, not in the cries of mine. I don't belong here. Breaking through the darkness into
Not sure if I've ever heard of Ribbit King, but it definitely sounds interesting. So what I want to do here is, can I do a separate force? It's just downward continuously. We're just gonna have that on all the time. This is similar to what we did in the marble maze, but for different purposes. Doesn't seem to make much of a difference at all. What I could do, instead of a global direction, I do like -1. I don't think I can do that either because the ball's spinning. So if it's not in a global direction, that value is going to change constantly. There isn't much else like it. Fortunately, you had your entire GameCube collection stolen and pawned off by your own roommate, like 150 games. That is very unfortunate. That is very unfortunate.
You've walked the roads I once did roam.
I'm gonna try something here. Tons of rare bangers. One day you'll get revenge. I hope so, because that is very unfortunate.
Passing the torch, watching you ignite. From the shadows to the brilliance of the light. Every lesson shared, every tear we've shed. You're growing stronger, forging paths ahead.
Keep the fire
Alright, what I think I want to do is, did I ever make stamp or, yeah, so I have calculate speed, calculate distance.
My scribbled notes are scattered. I'm haunted by mistakes. Prototype after prototype, each one seems to break. I'm chasing visions through the chaos.
No point to let it stew anymore. I mean, that's true, but it still is very unfortunate that there's people out there that do stuff like that. If I want to calculate a distance,
I'm caught in the debris. Night after night, it's a war inside of me. But somewhere in this wreckage, the dream still shines. I'll keep forging
maybe I do want to calculate a speed.
behind. I'm rising from the broken blueprint, stepping through the pain. Each glitch that felt like failure now guides me to reclaim. In the fire of every meltdown, a spark refused to die. When the final piece
Calculate speed.
my spirit high,
let's enhance this a little bit. When I calculate speed, on speed calculated in the speed is here, but what I also would like, the actual location, vector. Calculate the distance between the two vectors. Then divide that by the interval to get the speed. So what I'm thinking is if I'm able to get the distance between the two vectors, so let me add another output here. Make this a variable output. Distance. I think what I'm thinking here speed and distance. So on force started, start calculating. And then my distance, which is a number. I don't want that as a number, actually. I don't think I have a choice in this matter. You take a look at here. So yeah, I subtract the vectors, break them up, and do the math to calculate the distance. I output vector diff. I don't know what this would actually be called. Like I don't know. I do something like that, so I can get that value out of it and save that stamp version. And come in here, load that stamp version. I lost all my connections, so that's lovely. Distance goes into A. On distance calculate, used to trigger this. No. On distance calculate needs to trigger. Activate on the divide. And then vector diff. What we'll output there. Instead of distance, we'll go vector diff. So then if I take the vector diff, which should be the difference between where you were previously and where you currently are, and multiply that by -1 on all of these. Wait, I can leave this. Multiply all of it by -1. Feed that into a force. Apply the force. The idea here would be this is a global direction, not continuous. I feel like that's not doing anything. My hope is that that would just apply a force in the opposite direction that it's moving to slow it down. And that force would scale with how much it's moving, so the faster it's moving, the more it gets slowed down. So let me first of all see if this is even working. Number to string. And speed calculate, log the speed. Hey Rella, I'm doing alright, how about yourself? Okay, not calculating speed on anything. Let's take a look at why that is. And that is because we added in this new calculate distance. Get actor location. This needs to activate this. And then I think this would activate this. He laughed himself into a headache last night. Well, something happened there. Laughed himself into a headache last night. Too much AI. What is...
Haunted by the echoes of forgotten shelves, fighting through the shadows, seeking clarity, breaking chains of yesterday, finding me. Lines of spaghetti tangled with my doubts. Every fix
They're an equal...
every step about inherited baggage weighing on my soul, but I'm pushing through the
No,
darkness, reaching for the
what all do we have for vector? Add vector, break vector, multiply, subtract.
letting go of burden, shedding all the tears. Legacy doesn't define me. I rise above, embracing new beginnings, guided by self-love. In the silence of the night, I face my fears, letting go of burden, shedding all the tears. Legacy doesn't define me. I rise above, embracing new beginnings,
I don't want
by self-love.
the first tick
The echoes tearing down the
of this to count 0, 0 for the math.
answering the call.
If this isn't set, I don't want this to calculate yet.
Our path, moving past the shadows, escaping aftermath. Legacy code, legacy self, no longer bound by remnants of the past self.
So if I just do...
Darkness finding my own.
And I pull this off with some gates.
I'm stepping into the day,
This gate will be open.
breaking free.
Activate that. Then whenever this is activated, we'll just close that. We'll do another gate. So activate that to activate this, which is closed by default. Whenever this is updated, we'll open it.
Countdowns ticking, midnight oil burns bright. Lines of code like lifelines in the dead of night. Every bug's a shadow creeping in my mind, chasing down perfection, leaving doubt behind. Heartbeat syncing with the flashing lights, pressure mounting higher, reaching for new heights. Can I push through the chaos?
Let's think about that for a second.
Under stress,
See what it does.
moments bend. Release, stay panic, racing against time. Fear of letting go, but I'm crossing the line. Heavy guitars crashing.
Okay, so to some extent, it is doing what I want.
Moments, I ignite the night. Sweat drips on the keyboard, eyes fixed on the screen. Every push a battle, living out the dream. Air is stacked like mountains, shadows.
I just need to scale it down.
But I'm fueled by adrenaline, pushing through the fray.
Okay, multiply by negative
To fade, finding
0.1.
no longer afraid. Through the sleepless nights and endless streams, I rise above the panic, living out my dreams. Release, stay panic, racing against time. Fear of letting go, but I'm crossing the
Look at that.
guitars crashing, echoing my fight. In this frantic moment, I ignite the night. Breaking through the barriers, tearing down the fear, embracing every challenge.
So now, if I do take this initial
Rise above the strain.
physics force and put this up to like 8,
Chains. Release, stay panic, racing against time. Fear of letting go, but I'm crossing the line. Heavy guitars crashing, echoing my fight. In this frantic moment, I ignite the night. Release stays here, the fear subsides. From panic to triumph, I found my stride.
I think we need to go even higher.
Stepping into the unknown, lines of code before my eyes. Syntax like a puzzle, dreams tangled in disguise. Every keystrokes a question, every bug's a fear. Facing endless possibilities, but the path's unclear.
don't know why our speed calculation is constantly 0.
Heartbeats syncing with the rhythm of the scream. Thoughts racing through the chaos of a digital dream. Can I navigate the sea? Find my way to shore, or drown in the uncertainty, forever wanting more. Hello world inside my head. I'm reaching out to you.
Okay, this is why, because that value's never being set here.
Something true. Nervous
So let's change that.
begins to rise.
This is just the frequency that it's updating. We're going to set this to 0.5. Push on game start.
Errors in my pathway, pushing through the night. Every challenge that I face fuels the fire within, turning fear into ambition. Let the coding begin.
In the silence of creation, doubts begin to fade. Embracing every moment, every choice I've made. From the first hello to the lines that intertwine. Building worlds within my mind, one step at a time. Hello world inside
Alright,
my head.
this
Reaching out to you.
is pretty interesting.
I'm finding
Because
nervous energy ignites, but hope begins to rise. On this brand new journey, I'm ready to surprise.
that gives us
Tearing down the doubt.
Embracing every moment, letting courage flow. We smash these walls of fiction, our confidence ignites. Breaking free with all we have, this is our fight tonight.
that ability that we want, I think, to slow the ball down. What I would also like to do is, I got the speed, I got the vector diff. Number. Actually, less than. And take the speed. If the speed is less than or equal to 0, just to save us a little bit on performance stuff here. It's less than or equal to 0. We will not start. We will stop calculating. Then when it stops, we're not going to keep trying to calculate a force. What was the joke? What do you mean, what was the joke? Oh, that Magi was laughing so hard at? He was having a very fun time playing with AI last night. Should tell us when the ball's done moving as well. So let's see if ball done moving. I want to make sure we actually get to that point and it's not like constantly slightly moving and never hitting that 0. all done moving. All right, so we did get there, which is good. So what I would like to do now, let's play a little bit with the camera. This is going to be the tricky part with doing a putt-putt thing. I set this to follow. Do something like, I don't think the camera's actually going to follow the ball, right? And that's a problem. On spawn, on player spawn, turn this camera on for this player. It doesn't follow. And this is where it's going to get tricky. Because I don't know if we're going to be able Can we set actor location?
Pixel after pixel, we watch our vision take flight. We crash through every barrier, shining bright in the night.
Get actor location. Subtract vector. So get a location. We're gonna subtract some kind of offset here. Which will be just like, I don't know, I guess, what's our offset here? This is at 88.75. This is at 57.25. This one's at 62. So 57, 62, 5. We're going to subtract 5. Feed that into there. And for now, we're just going to trigger that off of here. Okay, so it's not moving the camera. Move. What if we take a move node? Instead of doing that, we move the camera. Camera's not moving. A linear no loop world space. Camera transform override none. Let's put that on static. I thought we've tested the move node on a camera before. Maybe we didn't. Maybe it's only the path node we tested. Movement in progress. Past asset is not a player. What do you mean? Oh, for the follow target. You can only follow a player. Well, if I do that, I'm just curious what the follow actually does. Does it just pan around to follow me? I turned the follow drop down off, I think. Follow. What does that do? Okay, so that pans it around to follow. But it can only do this to a player. It's neat that that works. I don't think we've played with that before. We're gonna put this on static for now. Just trying to think. How can we get this camera to move? Does transform override? Skip rotation? I don't remember if we want to skip any of these. I don't remember how we set up the camera movement before. We haven't played with the new cameras since they've released them too much. Well, look at that. It's not perfect, right?
My code's on fire, though my soul feels drained. I'm a walking contradiction, see the midnight flames. Keep pushing, keep building. The day job's got me locked, I can't ignore the call, but my
That's interesting, though.
fatigue in my veins,
We're gonna leave that like that. I think we can probably clean that up a bit. Alright, so what we're gonna do is restrict action, restrict action restriction node. You're literally not going to be allowed to do anything. I am curious, can I force the player to dance? No, I can't make them dance, but I can't move around, which is what I want.
Sunrise creeping, but my spirit's still strong. No time for regrets, I've been chasing this too long. When the noise in my head tries to bury me again, I'll remember this anthem and
So now what we're gonna do,
I'm breaking through midnight, meltdown turning into light. All this burnout can't contain my will to fight. I'll shatter every demon
is
screaming in my ear. Heavy wrist behind me, my purpose is clear. Day job at dawn, dream job by night. I keep on coding till I get it right.
do I want to use a health bar for this?
Screen again, every line's a threat. Compile errors mock me, I haven't won them yet. My heart's pounding like a drum.
Attached a single item. What does that mean?
I'd slam my keyboard through the floor if that would bring relief.
If I
The stacks
use an attach node,
I strum these sarcastic chords, a riot in my head.
that's the parent, that's the child. Attach on start.
When the coded last runs. Parentheses, lost in curly braces.
What I'm curious of
Every compile meltdown leaves me raging at blank faces. Sinking
yeah, it doesn't follow it,
I shred away my pain, hoping to piece it all together.
which is fine. So I just don't want to do that. What I'm looking for is we're going to adjust this process.
I'm pacing through the room, syntax swirling in my mind. Teenage desperation climbs higher all the time. One more brace, one more line. I'm standing on a knife, waiting for that glorious moment. Code springs to life. Hey, hey,
And we're going to build like a little UI. It's going to be, you hold spacebar and it builds up the meter. And then when you let go of spacebar, it shoots. And the longer you hold it is how much force it applies.
I feel the tension fade, the debug ghost retreat. My fist still clenched, but I can't wait for that sweet defeat. One final line typed in, the error's forced to yield when the console flashes success. My soul's gotta scream
So we probably, before we do any of that,
at me in neon red. I strum these sarcastic chords, a riot in my head. I'm burning with teenage till the fix is finally done. All the anger melts away.
we're going to take a vector here,
Compile errors fade like old
feed that
regrets of
into
yesterday.
here,
I might be moody, but I'll
apply the
put my
force.
teen angst away.
and take a number here. Actually, we're probably going to do like an add.
My sink is overflowing, got no
The output at number will override the X value.
into
Then we're going to take a number. A is just going to be like whatever our minimum value is, like 3 or something. Whatever the minimum amount of force to get the ball to move is. And then we'll add onto that based on how long you hold the spacebar down. Probably what we're gonna do here on press, we'll open the gate. On release, close the gate. Is that what we want to do? Basically, we're gonna do it's gonna be A. We're gonna add 1. No. We're gonna set this value. So this will activate this, which will feed this to here, which will activate this, which will activate this, which will in turn activate this gate, which will activate this. And that creates us a loop of adding to this value while pressed. We're going to take another number, and this is, what just happened to that? This is just going to go out to that. When this is released, we'll activate this, which will be our B value there. We'll activate that. We'll go through and apply our force. This here will be very broken. I just tap it, nothing. If I hold it and then release, nothing. Still nothing. Okay. Something with our math here is not right. That's because this is 0. We add 1. This needs to go back in there to override that. Otherwise, we're just adding 1 to 0 and never putting it anywhere. Three, 4, 5. So yeah, the longer I hold it, let's change this delay. I don't want this to be 1 value per second. I want this to be like 0.2 or something. I want it to go up pretty quick. If I just tap it, nothing really happens, but if I hold it, I hold it again for a very long amount of time. We'll put a maximum value on here eventually. Camera's not keeping up very well, but that's okay. What I do want to do is actor rotation. Gonna get the ball actor again. And here, we're gonna activate this. What that should do is no matter what happens here, when it's done rolling, not rotate this type of asset. Huh? Set actor rotation. I mean, it could just be because I'm not passing in a vector. That's 1 0 0 0, right? Oh no, I want whatever its current rotation value is. 0 0 negative 90. Negative 90 on game start. When it's done moving, I want it to reset its rotation, so the next shot is always going to be in the direction we think it is. I don't know why it jumped a little bit there. That was interesting, but I don't know how we can get the player to be able to more easily pan the camera. Let's just do something like this real quick. I want to see what happens when it hits the wall. I think that kind of like the camera doesn't know what to do. And it's spinning a lot.
Please an audience I barely even know.
Anxious heart dividing, torn between two coals. A click away from strangers, but my loved ones watch me fall. Echoes of real voices fade beneath the static hum. I'm balancing on wires, afraid of what I've become.
I don't know. We gotta stop that spinning somehow.
I'm caught between two worlds, chasing digital applause.
That thing will sit there and spin forever, I think.
My life is fracturing, I'm reeling from the cause. I hunger for connection, but I'm drowning in a screen. How do I hold the offline truth and stay what they've foreseen?
We change this from 0.5 to like 0.2.
Conversations left undone. My priorities tilt.
I mask the shame with banter and neon overlays, but behind the manic laughter, regret is locked away. You're fighting for attention in a world that never sleeps, but real hearts
Yeah, I think my
beat with numbers climbing.
slow down logic messes up
Souls can't replace a warm embrace.
when it starts spinning
Losing real connections,
a different direction.
trace. I'm caught between two worlds, chasing digital applause. My life is fracturing, I'm reeling from the cause. I hunger for connection, but I'm drowning in a screen. How do I hold the offline truth and say what they've foreseen? I stare at the faces I love drifting in.
Not sure exactly what we're gonna do about that. However,
Let the frantic static claim all that you've got. My heart's in both realities, but something has to give. Let go of the illusion.
pretty happy that this works.
I'm caught between two worlds, haunted by their demands. Reaching out for balance with trembling, tired hands. If I can find a moment of truth beyond this screen, I'll mend the rift inside me, be present and be seen.
And the question becomes here, how do we
And I hope it's not too late.
I guess it would just be something like this, right?
Lines of code reflect the state inside my head. Each function calls for balance where my thoughts have fled. Reorganizing systems, both digital and real. Seeking harmony and clarity in how I feel. Breaking down the barriers, cleaning up the mess. Refactoring every part, striving for success. Patterns emerging from the chaos, finding my own way. Turning over a new leaf with each passing day. Refactor my mind, redefine who I am. Rebuild my habits, let the old ways disband. Coping with the struggles, finding strength inside.
It's something like that.
Realized, let my spirit
Then
Optimizing pathways, streamlining my flow, clearing out the clutter, letting new ideas grow. Facing every
do we not have a smaller
into
version of the screen floor. Doesn't look like it. But let's see if we can. See if we can basically create something that's that same size. Okay, so that's too wide. That 0.48, 0.48. I just want this to be 0.5, 0.5. That is the math that works out. Would mean these should be the same size. But then I somehow need this hole in the middle. Which I actually probably, let me grab copy of the ball over here. The hole probably only needs to be like yay big. We'll play around with that. If it's got to be bigger, then it is what it is. So probably what we'll end up doing is something like that. It's not. Then what is this? 4.41. That's still just slightly off, but that's okay. What did we shrink this to? 0.45. That 0.01. Those line up. There. Do 4.5 here. No, we can't do 4.5. I'm gonna have to shrink up a little bit more, I think.
as our scripts off rose, dreams and weekends quickly closed.
Okay, so this is still slightly wider.
It haunts my sleep.
Not by much, but it is slightly wider. So if we go to like 4,
Rankings crumbling at my feet. Web dev driving me insane. Browser wars bring only pain. Compatibility's a game. Cross that line.
we go to like 4, 4,
That's a twisted maze.
4, 3.
Lost in rendering
And this one is 4, 3.
with its old ways. Modern trends in browser craze. Accessibility, my plight.
This, it's a hair wider there.
Readers are constant fight. Everybody needs the right. Web dev driving me insane. Browser wars bring only pain. Compatibility's a game. Cross that line will never tame.
2, 3. And this we're gonna do 6.
Endpoints lost in server stew. Errors flying out of view. Debug blindfold what we do.
And then that's slightly
Web dev driving me insane. Browser wars bring only pain. Compatibility's a game.
okay. So if I make this so, like so, I want to make sure.
Pizza boxes scattered round, scribbles in the margins. I just swirling faster than the coffee that's dissolving. 3 a.m. again, eyes are wired to my screen. Gotta get these thoughts out, feed the frantic pop punk dream. Hey, we're writing
I don't know if I can get that lined up perfectly.
tearing through power chords, fueled by silly
If I duplicate this down to here, duplicate this down to here,
digital destiny, pop punk guaranteed.
duplicate this
Soft stain brainstorming, we're dancing in our chairs, laughing at how random these scribbles turn to dares.
to
We'll code them in the
here.
morning, but for now we riff and play, chugging energy in tandem, forging madness till day. Night air humming loud, adrenaline's on blast, creativity's exploding. We're living way too fast. We're making something epic from these scraps of dough and ink. When the sunrise hits, we'll watch this legend sink. Hey, we're writing legends with greasy pen strokes, tearing through power chords, fueled by silly jokes. This late night mania is all that we need. Our digital destiny, pop punk guaranteed.
And I just need to shrink these down.
We're shouting out the lines, half delirious, half inspired. Pizza boxes keep the stories from being retired. Every scribble gets a chord, every chord gets a cheer. We're unstoppable tonight. Who needs sleep here? Hey, we're writing legends with greasy pen strokes, tearing through power chords, fueled by silly jokes. This late night mania is all that we need. Our digital destiny, pop punk guarantee. We'll laugh at all the chaos and the anthems we've devised. When this caffeine crash comes, we'll dream the next surprise.
Let's just disable snapping altogether. Get that lined up. Okay, what did we put that? 0.36. So 0.36. Alright. Grid snapping back on. Group that. It's not the same size lengthwise, but I think we'll be okay.
From the first line of code to the heights we've reached, every challenge faced, every lesson preached, climbing up the ladder yet the sky's the limit, endless path before us, every step is vivid.
That in there like so.
Looking back on all we've done, the miles we've crossed, but the journey's just begun. There's no line we've lost. New horizons calling, dreams that never fade. With every dawn arriving, new foundations laid. Infinite potential shining in our eyes. Boundless opportunities reaching for the skies. We're unstoppable together, breaking every wall. With grand horizons before us, we can have it all.
Senior roles behind us, but the future's bright. Every project's a new chance to ignite. Learning never ends, there's always more to see. Unlocking every door, setting our minds free. In the echoes of our triumphs, hear the call. Together we're invincible, we won't fall. Electronic dreams and guitars, grand embrace symbolize our journey. Limitless space, infinite potential shining in our eyes. Boundless opportunities reaching for the skies. We're unstoppable together, breaking every wall. With grand horizons before us, we can have it all. Pushing past the limits, soaring through the night, embracing every moment, shining ever bright. Infinite potential, our spirits intertwine, endless possibilities, forever we'll define. Infinite potential, shining in our
Alright.
eyes. Boundless opportunities, reaching for the skies. We're unstoppable together, breaking every wall. With grand horizons before us, we can have it all.
Just put that right there.
The journey never ends, endless dreams await.
I didn't adjust the camera to be behind it, but that's okay. I don't have a way to aim yet. Yeah, the ball falls right in. So look at that. I think there's definitely a lot of tweaking that will need to happen here. If we can get a hole in one. Not quite.
Endless lines of code, but something's always wrong. Missing brackets, stray semicolons all night long. Each error feels like a shadow creeping on my pride. Debugging in the darkness, nowhere left to hide.
There we go.
Every missed symbol, another doubt inside. Questioning my skills, fighting with my pride. But deep down there's a fire that won't let me give in. I've got to push through the chaos, find where I begin.
Is my action restriction node. 0 jumps. Alright, Trench. Have a good weekend. And yeah, we'll catch you in the Discord or on Tuesday or whenever next time we chat. Have a good weekend. Thanks for hanging out.
In the silence of the code, I find my strength. Every hurdle faced, I go to any length to conquer these syntax struggles, break through the night. With every line I write, I embrace the fight. Syntax struggles tearing me apart, but I hold on to the spark within my heart. Through the frustration and the endless fight, I keep coding on, chasing the light.
Breaking through the barriers, tearing down the doubt.
Embracing every moment, letting courage flow.
We smash these walls of frustration, our spirits ignite. Pushing through the struggles, turning darkness into light. Syntax struggles tearing me apart, but I hold on to the spark.
Alright, we got really good start here.
I face the syntax struggles, now I see the dawn with every line perfected. A new day's begun.
Clean this up real quick.
Late nights under flickering lights, chasing every bug. Lines of code entangled, feeling like a tug. Debugging through the chaos, fighting through the strain. Every error message echoes my persistent pain. but there's a spark inside me that won't let go. A vision in the darkness starting to show. I keep pushing forward, eyes fixed on the prize, believing in the moment when the breakthrough lies. Finally, it compiles, everything aligns, a breakthrough build, crossing all the lines. From the depths of struggle to the heights I've dreamed, this is my moment, shining like a beam. Sweat and tears on every key, the journey's been long, facing down the doubts, proving I belong. Each successful run a testament to my fight, turning sleepless nights into radiant light.
Let's see.
In the silence of creation, I found my strength. Through every hurdle faced, I went the length. Now the code is flawless, the vision clear. A milestone
So this is our swing force logic. I really just, everything that's here needs to be part of this group. This is our slow down logic. Don't need. Hey guy, what's going on? Don't need that log anymore. Hope you're having a good Saturday.
celebrating every victory, every climb. This breakthrough build marking our time.
Doing pretty good. Made a lot of progress on something that I wasn't even sure was going to be possible when we started, so that's always good. We're gonna probably try to clean some of this up on Tuesday. I'm just trying to organize right now a little bit because I was a little all over the place trying to make it work. But we have the very start of a mini golf game.
Now they come alive. With every line perfected, we continue to thrive.
I don't have anything set up to happen when the ball actually goes in the hole yet. But getting the ball to roll and not roll forever, getting it to slow down, getting it to stop, getting the camera to follow the ball, were all the struggles that we just went through today. And it's not perfect. You can see the camera's a little janky. It kind of floats around a little bit. And it also, if the ball starts spinning sideways, so like if I just, I don't have a way to aim yet in the game. But like if I just point the ball at the wall here, when it hits the wall and it starts spinning across that different axis, the camera doesn't follow directly behind the ball for one, which is a small problem, but the ball never stops spinning. I'm not sure what to do about that. I could just stop the ball from spinning. But is that going to have some kind of effect on the gameplay? I'm not sure. But I do have... So I'm basing the whole like turn logic, which isn't in there yet, but things like slowing the ball down, stopping the ball, resetting the ball's rotation based on the ball's speed. When the speed hits 0, that's when the turn ends. I think the problem with that is that if the ball is spinning like that, its speed never hits 0, because it's always slightly moving. So I can always come in here and say if it's like less than 0.01, right? Or figure out what that speed is. Well, that's what I'm doing to calculate speed, is capturing the distance traveled every 0.2 seconds, and then calculating speed based on the difference between those two distances, or those two locations. Capture a location. 0.2 seconds later, I capture another location. I calculate the distance, divide that by the 0.2 to get the speed. They traveled that much distance in that amount of time, and that gives me the speed value. But because it is slightly moving, that speed's not 0. It's a very, very, very small number, but it's not 0. I can log it out so we can see what that value is. Speed, get a number to string, speed into this log. Then I'm probably going to need a handful of decimal places on that to be able to see, hopefully. I don't know. You can see it's logging the speed as it's slowing down. I'm not really sure why the speed is so high. But actually, I think I do know. And I think it's because it's not actually doing 0.2 seconds. I think that was a bug in our speed logic, actually.
In the swirling storm, coding
But yeah, it's 0.2 is the z-axis. I mean, I don't think so, but I am calculating distance, including the z-axis.
Battered laptops shoved in backpacks, lunch breaks on the run. Sneaking into the computer lab, our code battles just for fun. Keyboards clacking in a rhythm, jokes scrawled on the wall.
0.15, 0.16.
Hey, we're gonna code our dreams unbreakable at heart. Remember silly
So if I change this
though the screens are cracked.
less than or equals to
We'll hold these memories tight, these coding dreams
to
will
P
in
0.18,
the middle of the night. Huddled round a single screen, we're glowing in its light. From epic fails to genius hacks, the laughter never ends. This high school coding club became our secret band of friends. We scribble code like diaries, forging our own way. Rewinding lines and errors, we'll fix them all someday. And in each silly prank, there's a spark that keeps us strong. A faith that we can build the world we've dreamed of all
I stopped calculating, so it did trigger when it got to that 0.16, but it didn't kill its spin.
Remember silly pranks and glitches shining like our art. Though the screens are cracked and time moving fast, we'll hold these memories tight, these coding dreams will
Which is a bit silly,
now we're
but I
older, but these
think we
moments
can
still
do
ignite our
something
souls. The battered laptops, the
stupid
laughter,
like this.
stories we told. Every snippet of code still glimmers in our mind. A testament to how we never left that spark behind. Now we're older, but these moments still
Basically,
ignite our
yeah,
souls.
there's no friction to slow the ball down.
The laughter, the stories we told. Every snippet of code still glimmers.
We are actually manually slowing the ball down, because if we didn't,
Left that spark
the ball would go forever.
Hey, we're gonna code our dreams unbreakable at heart. Remember silly pranks and glitches shining like our art. Though the screens are cracked and time's moving fast, we'll hold these memories tight, these
So if
coding
we did
dreams
something
will
like
last. Our high school hallways fade, but our future's burning bright.
this,
We'll code the next horizon. Like we did late
let's not do that there. If we do attach, trigger node on actors attached, detach them, then on actors detached, do that. Well, there's no node for doing a friction force. Is the problem. It just doesn't exist.
Spent so many hours on these loops, I can't recall the sun. Days blur into late night coding, never sure if I've won. The guilt is eating at my core, it's etched in every line. I neglected life outside, chasing deadlines in my mind.
Seconds tick like bombs, the pressure suffocating. I'm drowning in the loop, my own regrets will save every misstep, every moment.
Alright, so we can do that.
Echoes in the silence, haunting
It's
me
still
night and day.
slightly moving though, which is gonna kill me.
Hoping to rewrite the past to make these wrongs feel right. From endless loops of sorrow, I'm yearning to break free. A new
This probably needs a slight delay in it.
ring, it sets me free.
I run in circles, trapped by code that's twisting up my soul. Spending my life behind this screen instead of reaching a goal. Apologies to every friend
I don't
kept
need
on
this
red.
at all. On
I
actors
know stepping
attached,
forward,
do the
never thinking
delay.
what I've said. Guilt
Do like
can be
0.5.
a sign. It's calling you to wake up, to redraw the line.
So I guess we're simulating that friction force
There's still a chance to
by
mend the things you left behind.
we calculate calculate the vector difference on each speed calculation. Right? So you started here, you ended here, we use that to calculate your speed. Then I'm taking that vector difference and basically taking a fraction of the opposite value and applying a small force in that direction, which slows you down, basically. Alright, Maya. Have fun. Love you. See you when you get home. The problem is that force doesn't affect... I don't think I can apply a force on a rotational axis. I can only apply a force in a directional axis. I don't know why. I don't know why the ball keeps rolling a little bit after it's reset. And that's a mild problem because the direction you hit the ball is affected by the way it's facing, right? I need it to not roll. So, can I do this? What do I want to do here? This is true. I will set this to collision. And then after this rotation's done, I'll set it back to physics. I don't know if that's gonna work. I might not actually need to set it back to physics, to be honest. What if we set this to none? Hopefully it doesn't just fall through the floor. I need the camera to shift left and right more. That was definitely interesting. It's still slightly rolling. I think it's like if it didn't pick it up and drop it, which I'm still not entirely sure why it's doing that, because I'm not moving it on any axis. I'm just changing its rotational, it's the actor's rotation value. So what if instead of set actor rotation, I do this instead? try to put this together real quick before we end the stream. Get the actors rotation. This is coming from on actors detached. Get the actors rotation. Subtract. I never remember which way to do these. Subtract its current rotation from the rotation it's supposed to be at to get the difference in the rotation, and then just apply that as a rotate node. Start linear no loop, use world space, and we're going to do this in like 0.2 seconds. And then for now we're just going to unhook that.
Confetti's raining down with every brand new sub. The chat is wild and rowdy, and I'm soaking up the love. This pop punk joy keeps the vibe so bright.
It doesn't pick it up and drop it, but it's still just like ever so slightly rolling, which is going to drive me insane.
Every sub feels like a fireworks show. Emote spam, face cam glow. We're all together, we're never alone. This channel's become our second home. Hey! Confetti's raining down with every brand new sub. The chat is wild and rowdy, and I'm soaking up the love. This pop punk joy keeps the vibe so bright. Streaming in the sunshine, living that Twitch life. We raise our hands high, ride the hype train till it ends. Sun-soaked and glowing, we're chilling with our friends.
Feel like maybe I have these backwards.
My mind's a war zone, every line is on the brink. I sift through
Should
broken
be
logic,
maybe
terrified
B.
to blink.
This one should be A.
Stabbing through the screen, the meltdown's creeping closer. Am I trapped in this routine?
I'm actually not. I wasn't even doing it because I'm an idiot or something. I don't know. I didn't even have it connected while I'm watching for it to.
I cannot run the panic, can't ignore the sacrifice. I'm pinned against the deadline, it's whispering my name. A shadow looming over me, amplifying all the shame. I need release from this chaos in my mind. A shout erupts from deep within, no mercy left to find. My senses overload, the frustration never quits. I'm teetering on the edge, surrender or resist.
I'll have to deal with that at some point. Received actor is invalid or empty.
No solution in sight. I'm running on adrenaline, locked in an endless fight. Reboot after reboot, errors flooding red. I can't silence the cynic living rent free in my head. Desperation in the keys, I'm beating on the desk, determined to emerge.
Received actor is invalid or empty. That's true. I didn't connect to that either.
I can't believe I'm here again, on the brink of another breakdown. I wonder if it's all worth it, if I'll ever wear the crown. Still, something in me refuses to give in. There must be a resolution somewhere in this code I'm in. I need release from this chaos in my mind. A shout erupts from deep within, no mercy left to find. My senses overload, the frustration never quits. I'm teetering on the edge, surrender or resist. I won't let the meltdown own me, even though
I think I had them connected the right way the first time. I think they're backwards now.
Every fear, 'cause once the fix appears, I'll feel the chains unwind. I'll emerge from the darkness, clarity redefined. I need release from this chaos in my mind. A scream that breaks the tension, no regrets left behind. I'll fight through every line till the path is in my sight. And when I conquer this beast, at last I'll breathe tonight.
Seems
No more spiraling inside. The fix is found and I'm finally alive.
it's still moving after it's adjusting the rotation value, and it looks very not what I want it to be doing. All right. We're probably going to wrap up here. I'm going to try to increase how long it's attached. Just real quick, but we're going to wrap up here. Regardless of this issue, we did make a lot of progress towards making this work. We will continue working on this on Tuesday. And yeah, just try to tweak it, make it usable, and then we have some plans for this in the future. So, yeah, thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Anyone that's still out there watching, we'll be back on Tuesday evening, 8 p.m. Eastern time. If you saw in the chat, we got our Discord server back up. So if anyone wants to come hang out in there, feel free. Yeah, other than that, have a good weekend. I'll catch you guys all on Tuesday. Bye.